Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. Today is July 1st. It's a Friday, and I have a pretty simple question for you today. My question for you is, how is your year going so far? How would you, if you were to sit back and rate your life in general, how would you rate yourself on a mental, physical, spiritual level? How would you rate yourself in business? How would you rate yourself with your relationships? How are you scoring compared to what you had set for your goals earlier this year? You know, we all start the year, unfortunately, this is kind of the way our minds work, right? We all start the year with certain goals and aspirations. And then as the year goes on, most people, not you, because you're a high achiever listening to the Daily Mastermind, but most people start to drop their goals, lower their benchmarks, kind of set their milestones a little bit backwards. Or they just abandon them altogether. And, you know, maybe you're crushing your goals, but you're not close to where you want to be, or maybe you're having a tough time. You know, it's tough out there right now. But here's what I wanted to talk to you about today. And I kind of wanted to have an unscripted, pretty, just candid conversation with you. And that was about this topic of progress and, you know, starting fresh and doing what you need to do. Because here's the thing, games are won or lost in the third and fourth quarters. If you're the kind of individual right now that is just going through and coasting through, and I don't mean coasting through in a lazy way. I'm talking about you might be doing the motions of things you've been doing all year, but you haven't stopped to actually look at what your progress is or isn't. You're not actually measuring where you're going on your, personal, physical, spiritual, business, relationship, lifestyle levels. This is the time, and this is why I'm talking about this today. This is the time for you to sit back, reevaluate, find out where you're at, and pivot or adjust to what you need to do moving forward. Because remember, we always talk about this principle of say yes and then figure it out. And many of you have probably done that. You've set some goals. You don't know how you're going to get there. You've set some aspirations in your life and your business, and you didn't know how you were going to get there, or maybe you had a plan, and now you're looking back and you're saying, man, I'm not as close as I need to be or want to be or should be. I'm not doing the activities that I should be doing or need to be doing. Well, guess what? The benefit of life is that every day is a new day. The benefit of your mindset, listening to, motivation and inspirational podcasts or information like the Daily Mastermind, is that you're consciously aware of the fact that you're trying to grow, that you're trying to create the best version of yourself, you're trying to create that best life, your ultimate destiny, the one that you were meant to live. And because of that awareness, you have a fresh start every single day, every single minute, every single hour. And so what I'm here to do is I'm here to remind you of that, and I'm here to challenge you to sit back, analyze and adjust where you're at, and make the changes and move forward. Because you can't sit back and wait for things to come in line. The bottom line is, if things are going to happen in your favor, they're going to happen while you're moving forward. They're going to happen while you're making changes and moving forward with your life and business. So it's important for you to analyze where you're at and to understand what the gaps are. So a couple of things I want you to do. Number one, I want you to take a look at where you're at and determine, are you where you need to be? If you're not where you need to be, then I want you to go and I want you to figure out what you've been doing and whether it's been serving you. Because your daily rituals and your things that you're doing are either taking you closer or further away from your goals and your desires. So, if you're knocking out and you got to understand the difference between productivity and activity. Because if you're the kind of person that's saying, man, I'm checking the boxes every day, I'm doing my, workouts and my nutrition and everything like this. Well, one of two things is happening. Either those are not the things you need to be doing. Those are just the things that you're comfortable doing. And we'll come back to that in a second. Or those things are not serving you, right? So you've got to be doing new things, getting yourself out of the box all the time. See, a lot of us, we just like to check the boxes on productivity. I read and journaled and meditated and worked out, but those may not be the things that are going to push you towards your goal. Your daily rituals should be activities that not only help you with your mind, body, spirit, business, communication, whatever it is. Your daily rituals should help progress you in life and help you to grow. And you can't grow when you're comfortable. You can't grow when you're doing the things that are easy for you to do. So you need to challenge yourself. If you're saying, oh yeah, I'm reading a book every day, but it's an audio book and you're just listening to it and not really paying attention, you can't check that box. And even if you did, it's not going to do you any good. So what you need to do is you need to find out if the activities you're doing are actually helping you, and you need to challenge yourself with new activities. But make no mistake, the goal of daily rituals and the goal of your daily activity should be taking you closer to your goals and aspirations. And if it's not, then you need to ask yourself why. Now, once you've actually analyzed where you're at and whether or not the activities are taking you where you need to go or not, I want you to step back and reevaluate just a bit, because life changes, people change, situations change, business changes. Are your goals the goals that serve you? Are they the goals that you're still truly passionate about? Because it's okay to say, I started on a road, going down a road, that's going to take me where I want to be, and find out that as you're going through that path, you've got, those aren't the things that are truly where you want to be. Now, let me be really careful and clear here. I want to make sure that as entrepreneurs, a lot of times we've got this shiny object syndrome, right? This isn't working, I'm going to go to this thing. This isn't working, I'm going to go to that thing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, but what I'm asking you is it truly what you want? Because if it's truly what you want, and I got this phrase that I've heard and said many, many times, and that is, if you believe you want to go somewhere or you believe in something and your actions don't support that belief, then it's highly doubtful that you truly believe it. In other words, if you say, I want to do this with this business, or I want to create this kind of lifestyle, and you're not doing the things it takes to get there, it's not just a lack of motivation. You may truly not believe that you're going to get there or believe that that's what you want. Your subconscious is a very, very powerful element in your whole growth in life. So I want you to not only analyze where you're at and what activities you're doing, but I want you to analyze whether or not your goals you've set and the ideals that you're looking to aspire towards are the ones that you truly want. Because you have to make things not a want, but a must. You have to turn the things in your life not from something you want to have, but something you gotta have. You've got to create that burning desire. Because remember, setting goals without a burning desire are not going to get you there. Now, obviously, you have to follow that up with action. And just remember this. We've said this many times. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you're checking boxes on your list every day and they're not taking you where you need to be, if you're checking boxes and they're not getting you out of your comfort zone, if you're checking boxes and they're not taking you closer to your goal, that's a reflection on you. You've got to step up. You've got to do the things that you know what you need to be doing. And you need to act in spite of your mood, and you need to set goals that challenge you, and you need to set goals that push you to the best version of yourself. And remember, we're only halfway through the year. The glass is half full here. It's not half empty. So you've got to realize that tomorrow's a new day, and it's the first day of the third quarter. And I want you to take everything you're doing, no matter how productive it is or unproductive it is, and I want you to reevaluate with a fresh perspective. I want you to set some new goals and aspirations, some new commitments to yourself, and I want you to take it to the next level. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you inspire, motivate, educate, and we have some awesome stuff that's going to be coming up. I've just gone through our planning of our next quarter of curriculum and content, and we have got some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out. We're going to be dropping, we're going to be dropping interviews 1 to 2 times a week. These are long-form interviews with success experts in the area of financial education or business or authors or celebrity speakers, whatever it is. And then we're also going to be hitting a more consistent curriculum around your personal development, your financial education, and your business strategies. You're going to see me start doing a lot more business strategy, sales, marketing, strategies, growth strategies, momentum, skill mastery, leadership. These are all things that we have outlined for you. And if you haven't already headed over to the Daily Mastermind mobile app on either Apple or Android Marketplace, go get that app because it's free. We're not going to ever charge for the mobile app. It's there for resources, and we have everything in there from the blog, the podcast, the interviews, the events, the meditations. We've got ebooks, we've got audiobooks. It's all free inside the mobile app. So do yourself a favor and get in there because we're going to be putting the quote of the day in there. We've got the daily thoughts that get dropped to you. We've got all of the classic ebooks and audiobooks. Now, all of our programs aren't in there. Just full disclosure, those are programs that you can get if you go to the dailymastermind.com site, but there's so much content in there. That mobile app is designed to give you the resources you need on the go to create your daily rituals and create your life. We've got affirmations, we've got journaling, we've got guided and unguided meditations in there. It's all in the mobile app. So go over to the Daily Mastermind, download that mobile app. You're going to see a lot of stuff start to drop over the next 3 months. The other thing is, if you haven't gone over and followed the Daily Mastermind Facebook and Instagram page, you're going to want to do that, because we have a whole bunch of content that's going to start dropping 2 to 3 times a day in that community. And it's all going to be tailored specifically for you. You're a highly motivated, high achiever, entrepreneur, investor, small business owner. And at the end of the day, you need to have the support, and you need to have the power of that mastermind effect. So that's my message for you today. Reevaluate where you're at. We're in the third quarter. Let's turn it up. Let's turn up the fuel. Let's get outside our comfort zone. Let's stretch and grow ourselves. And I will look forward to talking with you again first of the week. My name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing weekend.